I am no expert in jazz, but I've been focused on it, throughout my whole development because it was a mystery to me, really. How do you do that? How do you improvise over those chords? Following each chord in the background, and the theory of it seems just daunting. But it really isn't, right? It's just another universe of stuff you gotta learn in order to master that style. And I always believed in instead of shying away from stuff that seems overwhelming, then just focus on something even harder, right? Just go for the full scale thing, because if you do that long enough, the thing that used to seem hard is now going to be easy. So you go all the way instead of, trying to, I don't want to know too much about that. It takes away the feeling of my playing. That's not a good story. But I'm no expert, but I know a guy who is. And his name is Jens Larsen, and he's from Denmark as well. He lives in Holland and works in Holland, but he has that Danish accent. So you can probably hear the same kind of song in his voice as well. And he's a great teacher and an amazing jazz player. So no matter what style you're playing, I really recommend that you go check him out. And this video is actually not me, it's him. So in a second, he's going to come on and show you some really cool 3-note per string pentatonic ideas that you can incorporate into any style of music. So please open yourself up, if you're not already open up, to the breadth of music here, and then start looking into some jazz concepts, some really advanced concepts that you can use in your own playing, no matter what style you're playing, because that will make you or increase the chances that you're actually going to come up with something original, right? That you're actually going to expand even the style you're playing. That's a whole new level of thought, right? Instead of just, thinking about mastering what you do, or playing that style, you can really go for something higher, and it's right there. Look into something that you wouldn't normally look into. So I hope you will have fun looking into this 3-note per string concept, and then I'll just see you in the next free video.
Hi everybody, my name is Jens Larsen. Thank you to Klaus for having me on his channel here. It's great to do a collaboration with another Danish YouTube guitar player. Even if my videos are a little bit different from what Klaus normally does, then at least the Danish accent is very consistent. So what I'm going to show you in this video is an example of one of the things that I do often when I'm making videos for my own channel, which is to take something that we already know and then find a different way to look at it, because in that way we get access to some new melodies and we can come up with some new ideas that we can add to our solos. The idea that I'm going to talk about in this video is to take a really standard E minor pentatonic scale that you already know and then play that in a different way, because we're going to play it as a 3-note per string position. And if you're familiar with working on your alternate picking, then you're probably also aware that there are certain things that are just a lot easier if you play things with 3 notes per string. But with pentatonic scales, you of course have that as an added bonus, but you also have the ability to reach for some slightly larger intervals, and that can give you some really great melodies. And that's what I'm going to show you. So a lick using that idea would sound something like this. In this lick, you can see that I'm using some larger intervals because I'm going from this E all the way up to this A, and then the rest is actually still just some E minor pentatonic notes. Then the same kind of idea on this string. Up to the next string, and then again a large interval skip, and then a sweep arpeggio, which is also part of the pentatonic scale. And then I'm ending on this F sharp. So the F sharp is of course not a part of the E minor pentatonic scale, it's an extension. And one of the things that coming out of my jazz background, and also something that I'm talking a lot about in the videos, is that I like to emphasize these extensions because they're a nice way to embellish the harmony. Getting to these larger intervals that I'm using, so especially this, is something that I'm doing from using kind of two positions of the E minor pentatonic scale that I combine into one 3-note per string position. So of course you probably already know this E minor pentatonic and also this one. And the way I combine them, then you get this scale. So you can hear I have repeating notes, and I don't really care too much about it. You have to of course take care when you're improvising with it, but at the same time, just using this is an easy way to access these larger intervals. And if you had to play that with your standard positions, you would have to work really hard with your right hand. So this is a lot easier on your right hand for making these type of melodies. This example is using 2 different 3-note per string positions. So the first half of the lick sounds like this. And that's all in a position that you get if you combine box 1 with box 2. And if you combine those 2, you get this one. And you've probably already seen solos where people are soloing in this box 1 position and then sort of extending just to add some notes up here from box 2. And really what I'm doing is just taking that idea and then just taking it through the entire position. From that part of the lick, so I'm coming out on this B here in the middle of the bar, then I'm sliding down to the A and then down the scale and then back up to the B and then sliding up to the C sharp, again landing on the sort of the 13, which is an extension, also one that has a little bit of tension. So this part is, you can look at this as being just in this position, which I guess you would call box 5 of the pentatonic scale, or as being in the combination of 1 and 5, and that would be this one. That was 2 examples of how you can use these 3-note per string pentatonic scale positions to get some new ideas and some other sounds out of the pentatonic scale, but that you probably wouldn't have access to if you just used the normal pentatonic scale 2 notes per string positions. If you like this and you want to see more stuff like this, then check out my channel. The stuff I do over there is on chord voicings with extensions, how to play over changes, and how to use some interesting arpeggios and playing different scale choices over chords. So really that kind of stuff, because of course I'm a jazz guitar player. And on my channel you'll also find the video that Klaus made for this collaboration. So once again, thank you to Klaus for letting me have a guest appearance here on his channel. If you want to download the examples that I went over here, there's a PDF download, and there's a link to that in the description where you can get that.